So in Ooga Booga Wakandan Kang says, funny, they have castles, fortresses, and civilizations well documented across Africa at the same time as Europeans. That is funny because your claim contains a couple of contradictions, and let me point them out for you. Sub-Saharan Africans didn't have a written and recorded language when us Europeans came to colonize them. So how did they document them, first of all? Now, second of all, perhaps you can point us to some of these castles and fortresses, because they must be behind an incredibly advanced Wakandan invisibility shield, because none of us have seen them or even heard about them, so the knowledge of them must be kept secret by all of you Wakandans too. So please send us their locations. Tell us where these sub-Saharan African constructed fortresses and castles are, because we would like to confirm that you guys built something higher than a one-story mud hut at some point in the past. But thus far we have no proof. Now, if you are talking about the fortresses and castles constructed by Europeans and Arabs who colonized portions and in the end the entirety of Africa, yeah, sure, those are everywhere. They still stand. But the ones constructed by sub-Saharans, don't know about those. So please point us to them. Now, if you're talking about a structure like the Great Zimbabwe, that's an absolute joke. You see, it's a dry stone wall. It's basically a bunch of rocks packed on top of each other, 2 stories high. If you think anything like that is comparable to the cathedrals and castles and fortresses you see in Europe, well, I don't know whether to laugh or cry at your stupidity.
I'd advise you go over and give him a follow. They hate him as much as they hate me. They hate facts. Facts destroy their little fantasy. Yeah, I had a good fantasy going on. Why'd you have to throw that fact on me? Those damn facts ruin our narrative every fucking time. You must be racist. But if you listened, you heard a lot of fact there. Got a bunch of bullshit. We had castles and everything else over there too. Well documented. Really? In what language? You didn't have one. Ooga booga? Ooga booga? Is that a language? Ooga booga? No. Your clickers. Click, 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 click. You still do it. You still do it. You mimic the fucking crocodiles and alligators. You talk to them. Or try to anyway. I don't know if they're answering you. I have no idea. I don't speak click. But I do speak is English. And I do know how to read as well as I know how to write. And I can tell you that these castles that are over there in fucking Africa, where are they? Which ones did your superior race create? These kingdoms where the kings and the queens hail from. No, just kings and queens. Nobody else. They're cities full of kings and queens. A whole bunch gets done over there, I can tell you that. Whole bunch of kings and queens that don't build shit because the kings and queens have castles that just popped up out of nowhere in a language that they never knew. But I always hear that too over here. What is white culture? What is white culture? Well, I'll tell you what white culture is, niggas. You're living it. You're mimicking it. I know, you're claiming that we're mimicking you. As you're sitting there, wearing clothes, in a society, in a home with Wi-Fi and cell phones and all this fun stuff that none of you had hand in creating, yet you all claim you do. And you say, what is white culture? Because all you do is want to copy black culture. As you're walking around in your fucking blonde wigs and your blue contacts, it's amazing. It's amazing to see it and hear it and actually have to go, why would I want to have a conversation with you? Why would I want to have a conversation with a moron, a fucking imbecile, sitting there with blonde hair, blue contacts, wearing clothes in a home, asking about shit that they're living through? What's white culture? You're fucking living in it. You are mimicking it daily. Are you speaking? If you're speaking, there's more. Are you wearing clothes? There's more. Are you watching television? There's more. Are you cooking a meal in the kitchen? There's more. Are you taking a shit in the bathroom? Well, sometimes with you never know because you fucking niggas will just shit wherever you fucking standing. But if you do go into the bathroom, there's more. Yes, I know it stings like a motherfucker, but here's the thing. If you're living in it and asking that question, what is white culture? Go into the mirror and say to yourself, I am stupid. Yes, I am. At least you'll have a better conversation that way and you'll get better answers from that fucking mirror than you're ever going to get asking stupid questions like that one. What is white culture? Do you have a car? You driving it? How about take public transport? Do you ever? You ever hop in a cab or an Uber? Hey, how about that? Are you understanding the looking language right now coming from my mouth? There's more. Did you ever go to school? There's more. Did you ever swim in a pool? There's more. Did you ever go on the plane? There's more. How about a cruise? Oops. Careful with that one. We all know they did that. There's more. We had boats. You had fucking canoes that you hollowed out of a fucking tree. You weren't fucking creating ships and you weren't sailing across the fucking sea. So if you're here in America, you stupid fucking ape, you're living in white culture. White culture is what brought your ass fucking here. Have a good day. Oh, Bubba.